To the Sean and Renee Show.
What's up, y'all?
I am one of your hosts, T. Renee.
And I am Nisha LaShawn.
And before we get this thing started, we want you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And it's on YouTube as the Sean and Renee Show, and share it with your friends and family. Now today, we're going to talk about something that is just now starting. We're going to talk about the cut and regulations on SNAP benefits.
Welfare. Just to say it plain. Welfare.
Medicaid.
EBT.
Yeah.
Depending on the state that you're in, they may call it SNAP. They may call it, whatever. But it's all the same program wrapped up in different wrapped up in different labels. Now, there was a press conference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the press conference from RFK Jr. letting the people know that President Trump wants to make America healthy again.
The same President Trump that when anybody visits the White House, he's ordering Big Macs, quarter pounders, chicken, and everything else that's not healthy.
Fast food.
I ain't seen a salad be on display not one time when anybody has visited the White House. So how can you form your lips to say that the president wants everybody to be healthy when he ain't healthy himself? We just seen a couple weeks ago, his leg was swole up like a tree trunk.
He got fluid in his legs. But listen. Our Secretary of Health and Human Services, I just find it interesting that Robert F. Kennedy Jr., we have not really talked about his past before, but let's just say, research it on your own. We ain't going to drag him on that end today.
Oh, no. Let me do a quick drag.
Okay, go ahead.
I find it amusing that a 14-year heroin addict has the audacity to be in charge of cutting people's benefits.
I find it very interesting that somebody with a past like his,
correct,
because this is America, people can come out to churches and become something else. I totally agree with that. But I just find it very interesting that he decided this would be the mission. Knowing that we have a serious drug problem in this country, there were so many other initiatives, baby, that you could have jumped on the bandwagon on, because the Fenty is out of control right now.
What?
Okay, and the white folks are slumped over.
And I've seen recently an officer, just by arresting a person, fell out just from arresting the person because it was on the
person.
On their person.
It's so strong. Even just sniffing it in the same room can take you out. So our officer, like she just said, couldn't even arrest a person because the fentanyl was so strong. Now we got a lot of other issues in addition to fentanyl. Heroin is still here on the streets. Cocaine always been a thing. Crack is still been a thing.
Still popping.
Meth is still crystallizing on the streets. We got so many other initiatives. If you really want to talk about health and human services,
right?
The inner cities across America, the rural areas, and everything in between is affected by drugs.
Yes.
But your to-do list is to come after snacks and pop.
And vaccines.
So they in a press conference, they let it be known that the SNAP benefit is no longer going to cover sugary drinks, sodas, and snacks of all sorts. Okay.
Yep.
His claim was that President Trump wants to make America healthy again. He talked about the fact that Many of the benefits are being spent. I think he said upwards of 10%. And then when you add in candy, it can go beyond the 10%. Now, corporations have been able to freely make these products here in this country.
Correct. And they put all the additives and preservatives,
yes,
as many as they can in them.
Some of the products that we have here on our shelves are banned in several other countries across the globe because it's poisonous to the human body.
Correct.
Now, the FDA does not hold these companies accountable.
Nope.
Nor does our government hold these companies accountable.
Nope.
I just don't understand the logic in coming after the people who utilize these benefits as opposed to the conglomerates that put these products on the shelves. If it's really that bad.
My question is for the corporations, are y'all going to stop marketing it to the demographic that are the consumers? Because the cereals, how long have cereals that are high in fructose, corn syrup, and the dyes and everything, they're all marketed to children.
Yes. Yeah.
You're going to take those commercials off the Disney Channel. You're going to take those commercials off the Cartoon Network. You're going to take them off all streaming services where you're marketing your product who's quote unquote unhealthy for the people. Are you going to take those commercials down? Since now they can't use the benefits to buy them, are you going to change your marketing strategy?
How many states? List off the states that have agreed to this change thus far.
So as of August 9th, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, Utah, and West Virginia. You know, Florida and Texas don't surprise me.
We got repeat offenders.
We already know what it is. But yeah, those are the 12 states as of August 9th who have agreed to the new restrictions on the snacks not being able to be purchased with SNAP benefits. And I find it interesting because I think you're trying to regulate something that's dumb. Because on one side of it, it's like, okay, so when they buy up all the meat, the crab legs, the fish, the chicken, and everything, people mad. Why they buggy filled to the top? It ain't leaving no food for everybody else. Okay, so they do a balance. They do half of the meat. Then they go over and buy their kids the cereals, the cupcakes, the snacks. Pop, I agree. I don't drink pop anymore, but okay, a soda here and there, a pop here and there. Whatever. Now you're mad that now you don't want them to purchase that. What's going on? What's the issue? What's the problem?
It's just sad to me because when I think about the kids that'll be affected by this, some kids' birthday parties are funded with these benefits. So now the kids can't have soda at their birthday party. If you can't have pop on your birthday party, when can you have it?
What we doing?
And then these are the very same adults who will go out on a Friday and drink a whole keg.
Right.
I mean, are we really talking about health here in America? Like the pot kettle, calling the kettle black. Like, I don't think you guys understand how ridiculous you sound when you back this up. You're backing this up. It just, okay, first of all, let's really break it down of how the food is made here in America. Everything is going through a factory.
Mm-hmm.
Take out the snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Take out the soda. Our salad dressing, the amount of sugars in our salad dressing.
Yep.
How about the processed rice, white bread? Okay. Let's talk about the boxed meals like macaroni and cheese, rice-a-roni.
Please don't leave out the noodles.
The noodles, the ramen noodles.
Please don't leave out the noodles.
That is the number. When I tell you that is the bane of my existence, those little. But I understand there's people who have a certain lifestyle to where those noodles have sustained them. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's been eras in my life where ramen noodles have sustained me. And if I get to the point to where ramen noodles is for dinner, I know I've reached a new low. But at the same time, none of these conversations are being had. That man didn't get in this press conference and say, we're going to remove ramen noodles from the shelves.
Not one time. He said,
we're going to ban companies from being able to put all of these additives in cereal, which children are eating, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Can we hold the CEO accountable of Kellogg's that thought it was okay to get on the Today Show and say with a straight face, to save money on dinner, you can have cereal for dinner?
Like, sir, move around before you get...
For I clock you in your forehead.
Exactly, because you make absolutely no sense.
And not one person came back to that CEO and say, hey, if your cereal was actually grained cereal,
correct,
maybe we could. But your cereal is not even really food. If we put it under a microscope, there's nothing that's going to say this is actual food.
And it's rotting our children's teeth. So what we really doing?
I just find it frustrating that we continue to get in this trap of attacking the scapegoat.
Right.
We are literally attacking the population that's the most underserved.
Yes.
Children.
Yes.
Children. Think about the parents who have these benefits, right? They're usually single family homes.
Yep.
The parent is working whatever kind of hours. The child is usually there in a situation to where they're dependent on themselves to make their own dinner.
Right.
They're picking up quick things that they'll be able to sustain, not necessarily nutritional value.
Nope.
Because obviously nutritional value is a privilege of the elite. Nutritional value, if we really want to talk about the numbers in nutrition.
Because if you think about it, as we're getting older, we're looking at the labels. But when people are hungry and they're just trying to get food in the house for their children, they're not looking at labels. They're just seeing what's affordable and what's covered under their card for them to get for their family in the meantime. Now, you do have a few people who do read labels, but on the majority of it, they don't read labels.
No.
They don't read the labels. They just getting food so they can feed their family at the end of the day.
And it's going to remove hunger pains.
It's going to stretch.
And I can stretch it through the week.
Yep.
That is it. And we're not even hitting on the people that live in food deserts.
Yes.
We're not even talking about the people who are not living in walkable cities. We're here based in Michigan. We can talk about the city of Detroit, the city of Flint.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about those cities to where you need an automobile in order to get to a decent grocery store to have decent options.
Because most of them, they only got Dollar Tree. They only got Dollar General. To go to a grocery store in a rural area, they got to drive 30 minutes. And if it's hot and they don't have a cooler, they could run the risk of their food spoiling by the time they get home. It could be 30 minutes to an hour to go to a grocery store sometimes. And like I said, if they don't have a cooler to buy some ice to put their food in so it can stay chill until they make that trek back to the house, they run the risk of wasting their money. So they do have to utilize Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Dollar Tree, because some places have Dollar Trees and they have a meat department. Sometimes it's just those little things that they can utilize. Oh, I can run up here, or I can even walk up here and get some real quick for the kids and me to eat today. So you saying that they can't use the benefits for that stuff? And a lot of these states we listed are in the southern rural areas.
Southern rural areas that are known for having food deserts.
Yes.
Those inner cities where major chain grocery stores pull out of those communities. They don't want to be in those communities because that's another episode in itself. They don't want to be there and serve that population, to just say it plain.
Right. And
so you have this person with this benefit. The closest store to me is this store that doesn't have all these great top of the line healthy options. Mm-hmm. And even if I could get to those stores, those options are usually not a part of my budget.
Right.
Okay. I am so disappointed. I didn't know I could get even more disappointed, but this is the new level of disappointment.
Yes.
For the American people, because it's once again the scapegoat. Nobody is saying the truth of how they really feel. Okay. And the truth of the matter is, you guys who don't use the benefits, many of you feel, I don't qualify, you shouldn't qualify. I gotta pay cash for my groceries. You should pay cash for your groceries. Yeah. I fed my children, they didn't starve. If your children just so happen to starve, oh well.
And my whole thing with that is you're selfish. Because as we know, the wages ain't waging.
You're deplorable.
And so, okay, yes, you struggled and you made it through, but this is a new struggle. They are refusing to pay people more money and want more work. And then on top of that, you're going to cut what they can spend stuff on. It's like, do you want people to be destitute and starving at the same time and barely making? You want them to just be struggling? It's like, is this an episode of Good Times? Like, you want to take them a half a step forward to send them 25 steps back? Like, what are we doing?
I just think about that kid who is in a situation to where their family is impoverished for whatever reason. They use his benefit, and after a long week, this person, this parent, guardian, grandparent, whoever, can't even offer the kid a popsicle.
Right.
At the end of the week. Just, that little piece of happiness, can't even offer the kid a bag of chips.
Right.
And have that little moment of, let's sit here and watch a movie with some popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people have to be poor and just not have any window of normality?
Because it says socialist societies don't work. And I disagree.
And the fact that we even calling this socialism is
yeah.
This is a sign of a collapse.
Correct.
This is the starting point of what a collapse can be when it gets too top heavy.
Oh yeah, it's authoritarian all day.
Authoritarian. This is tyrannical to approach to even approach it this way. And it's fake. It's so phony. It's so fake. It's so phony. Because the people that actually have the power to change this are not the ones that's being addressed.
And they're not the ones paying taxes either.
And you know what? These corporations that process this food, create it, put it on the shelves, these large conglomerates that are a part of the system that continue to feed the American people cancerous food.
Mm-hmm.
They will never be held accountable because these are the same people that's pushing the pockets of politicians.
Correct.
And we don't need to go down the list of the politicians because we see it in your behavior. Who's supplementing your income? Who's lobbying? Who's funding your campaign? It's very obvious.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like, I believe in a socialist society because if we level the playing field and everybody paid their fair share and we all have a livable wage, we all survive. We all thrive. Why does it always have to be the 1%? They have all the money, all the power, and then the middle class is eliminated. And then you have extremely poor people. Like, it's like, it feels like right now with what RFK is doing, he's trying to put us back in the 80s. And so he wants it to be impoverished. He wants people to be poor and struggling. And this is just with the cut with the snacks. This is just another part of the agenda. What else are you going to cut that people can't buy? Are you going to say they can't buy dairy next?
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you cut the snacks, you're going to come on down the street and say, well, you can't buy this now, which is now benefits, and you can't buy that. Like, it's just always a slippery slope. It never stops.
It never stops when these type of boundaries are broken. And I'm not going to say that I'm a socialist. I'm somebody that always kind of been in the middle. Capitalism would have been great had people don't operate from a place of greed.
I agree.
And if they didn't operate from a place where they abuse the bottom, because there's always in life, is always going to be winners and losers. That's just what it is. And you're always going to have those people that drive for more. And then you're going to have those people that are okay with less.
Right.
But when it gets to the point to where you're oppressing people to less, right? It's so many of us who don't care to be a millionaire.
No.
We don't care to be a billionaire. We don't care to be 100,000-aire. It's so many people who just want to live life and exist.
Just exist.
So the need to oppress power on people.
That's where capitalism gets dangerous.
That is the issue that I have with it. That we always got to figure out a way to take more from the bottom.
Yeah.
And if everybody just lived their life without that need of power and oppression, the pyramid would be okay.
Yeah.
Because we don't all want to be in the same place of the pyramid anyway. So I just don't know if it's just based upon human nature, because you have those people who are just evil in their decision making.
Yeah.
It's hard to trust that capitalism could work in any society, because humans have that need of just more. And I want you to have less.
Yep. And I want you to extremely have less. So I'm going to mash down harder on you.
I'm going to intentionally make decisions to make sure you have less, because ain't no way. And I've never been able to qualify for benefits of any kind.
Me either.
But it's not a night, not one night have I sat up and looked at my taxes and said, I got to stop those snacks.
Not one time.
In order for me to save money on my taxes, I'm stopping snacks.
Not one time.
Not one time has it kept me up at night.
No.
None. And when I look at the ledger of what the country is spending money on, okay?
Girl, don't get my blood pressure up.
When I look at all the ridiculous stuff this country is spending money on, snacks ain't even a penny.
It's at the bottom of the totem pole,
girl.
Because you didn't build like a cement terrace over that beautiful rose garden. You finna spend $200 million on a ballroom, but you mad about some snacks? Because out of the slab that you didn't put over the rose garden and the $200 million you're going to spend on a ballroom that don't nobody care about, that could be going to the constituents who need money for food. I don't care if it's snacks,
Coke, a Slim Jim or whatever.
I don't care what it is. That $200 million could be going to the people.
This is what I mean about intentional. Like intentionally making decisions to oppress other people. Intentionally. I'm sitting up at the table making a plan on how I can put more people under my thumb. And that is, to me, demonic.
It is, because how can you feel that way and just you make these announcements? RFK standing up there with his rattly voice like he ain't gonna make it to the next week.
Choked out throat.
Like, sir, move around, because we don't even know if you're going to be here in the next 6 months, like living. But it's like they're making decisions for people that don't even make sense. They're not even valid. They're not even relevant, because the people who qualify for it, they're below the poverty line. So I don't see what the issue is. They're below the poverty line.
And the stuff that people buying, it's no way that y'all put this on the ballot as an issue. I'm flabbergasted. I really am.
And it's like, what's next? That's my always thing. Okay, y'all did this. What's next?
What's next?
Because y'all finna do something else real stupid to these people. It's like, okay, what more can y'all do to take away? Because it seemed like y'all tracking it. Now it's going to be SNAP. We already know Medicaid is on the chopping block. Medicare too. It's like, I don't understand the need to take. And even though people say, oh, it's just snacks, they need to eat regular food, they need to eat healthier food. Have you went to Whole Foods and see how much it costs?
So I want to say this. The main people that's hollering about they need to eat regular food just bought some Kraft's cheese slices the other day.
Right.
You got fake cheese on your refrigerator now.
Right.
Okay. You got boxes of rice-a-roni in your cabinet now.
Right.
What do you mean they need to eat real food? This is America. Ain't nothing on the shelf real.
Nothing.
Even the meat You don't know what they put in that meat once you get it.
And the organic vegetables ain't organic. Like, let's just keep it honest. Like, if we gonna do it, just keep it honest. It's like, I get it. Some battles need to be fought, but this with the SNAP benefits being cut for a ridiculous reason, this ain't one of them. Like, we got so many more hurdles to cross and jump over with SNAP benefits being cut. Like we both said, we don't even qualify. I never have qualified for SNAP benefits. So
I was unemployed
and still didn't
and they was
qualify.
Like, nope. With a long, hard no. No.
Still didn't qualify. Still didn't qualify. So it's like the decision making is horrific. And the horrific part of it is there's no check and balance to it. It's no structure to it. It's no checking it.
Are we going back to the Gilded Age?
It seems
because
like
it seemed like that's where they want to go. Like when J.P. Morgan was at the top of the world, climbing up there, like the barons and the tycoons. It seemed like that's the America that they want again.
Yes.
And I know so many people when they talk about Make America Great Again. It's that dog whistle of a certain demographic of people who believe it's really about racism. Oh no, you're a pawn.
Exactly.
You're a pawn.
Yes, in the grand scheme of things, you are a pawn because you're out there, oh, make it great.
And that ain't even what he's talking about.
No.
He's talking about lawlessness for corporations, millionaires, and billionaires.
And the extermination of the poor.
And the extermination of the poor. So while he's using you and using your support because you think it's going to allow you to walk into a restaurant and tell a black person to go to the back of the
it's not gonna be that.
Restaurant, go to the back of the bus.
It's not going to be
getting rid of all the immigrants because you think it's really about racial power and uplifting the white race and all that stuff. It's a dog whistle and you're a pawn.
Because like we seeing now, they can't even get the fruit and vegetables out the fields. It's rotting.
It's rotting in the ground.
Because ain't nobody out there. And everybody that was like, yeah, good, get rid of all the immigrants. Why you ain't went to go apply for that $11, $12
Listen,
an hour?
when I saw that farmer on the news talking about people ain't even fit in good enough shape to get into that ground and pull that stuff up, he talking about the white boys wasn't making it. He said they ain't even making it a full shift or they'll do a few days. They don't come back.
So what is we talking about?
What are we talking about? Y'all forgot. Y'all sent all y'all kids to college.
Okay.
Did you forget?
Okay.
Because nobody stayed home on the farm.
No.
Y'all sold Grandma Farm to the corporations some years ago.
Right.
Like, I don't understand how this knee-jerk decision was put on the table and everybody at the table was like, yes.
Let's do it.
That's it.
Let's do it. That's the one right there.
This is the plan. Round them all up.
Yep.
Round them all up. This is the way to go. But we talked about this before. People will cut off their own arm.
And they nose.
Cut off their nose. Sell their kidney.
Yep.
Cut off a foot.
Yep.
If they believe it puts them one level above somebody else, that's that need for oppression and power. Like, I have to have it by any means necessary, even if I kill myself in the process.
But what I'm enjoying, and this might be sadistic of me, I'll own it, God working on me, is that I'm enjoying seeing people see that it's not. You doing all this.
People are having some come to Jesus moments. They are.
That F around and find out is at an all-time high. I just be there with it like a little kid in a candy store, smiling and grinning. Like, ooh. That's, like I said, that's my sadistic side. You can judge me on it. I'm working on it. God using me to get through it. But I am that F around and find out. I am grinning and skinning because you do all this evil, but you're finding out that it's not working. The people you're trying to oppress who you thought you was oppressing, we ain't oppressed, baby.
This is a perfect example of what it means to sell your soul
Yes.
to the devil. You have sold your soul and you will pay.
Yes.
You will pay
The
for
ultimate
getting
price.
on the bandwagon.
Absolutely.
And life is not going to go good for you.
No.
It's some way, somehow, this is going to bite many of you in the butt because most of you were not even in the position to go this way, to go right. You were not even in the financial position to support this.
Speak on it.
The delusion when he is getting up there and saying these things, he's not talking about you, baby.
No.
He's talking about his peers.
Yes.
He is in support of his peers. This is about money.
Yes.
This is about power.
Yes.
Okay.
And you have none.
And you have neither one. So I truly think the Make America Great, although on the face, it seems to be about racism. It seems to be about oppression of specific races and going back to the good old boys days. Oh, yeah. No. They want to go back further than that.
Yeah.
They want to go back further than that. They want that post-war.
Yes.
It's a free-for-all, wild, wild west.
Yes.
Billionaires don't have no boundaries.
They can do whatever they want.
Millionaires don't have no boundaries. Yep. You can scheme any way you want when it comes to getting the almighty dollar, and they're going to suck us dry. Because what happened after that? The Great Depression.
So did.
The Great Depression followed afterwards when people don't have any boundaries.
And the victimization that it's like they're taking joy in victimizing the public. But what they failing to realize, some of us playing for this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I grieved already. I was grieving a year or two ago. Mm-hmm. I was already grieving. I was grieving before the votes even got casted in because the good Lord told me, he laid in my heart that this was going to happen. Mm-hmm. This was going to come to pass. I got in the group chat and I told T and another friend of ours, I said, it's not going to go our way, y'all. They thought I was being pessimistic, but I had already got the word that this is going to get real hard before it gets better. Mm-hmm. And I just prepared myself mentally for what I was going to see. But I will say that in that word that I received about it not going our way on this front, that those of us who were counted last will be first.
Amen.
And that's the word.
Amen.
That's the word.
Amen. We always make it. But like I said, we've been putting into play. We've been planning all along because we was like, we knew Jim Crow was just how long ago?
It was yesterday.
Okay.
It was yesterday.
So we was planning since 69. We was planning back then to come on up.
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Y'all forget, like some of us have that are still alive today live that life.
Yes.
My aunts and uncles live that life. So it's not that far back as you may think.
No. And
one generation removed some of us.
Yes. And we've been planning. So for us and the people who don't qualify, stay out of these people business.
Yeah.
Stay out of these people business on the SNAP benefits because they are trying to feed their families the best way they can.
And be blessed that you don't have to use it. Feel that as a blessing.
Yes.
And don't fall for the trickery.
Right.
Because when baby steps like these are being made, they're just testing the public to see what we're willing to put up with. And just know something bigger coming behind it.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. Dipping your baby toe in the water to see what you will allow them to do. So when you say yes on things like that, no, it don't affect you specifically and personally. But you ought to be able to tell the signs of when something ain't clean in the water.
Yes.
Something ain't clean here. Because there's no way you skipped the SNAP and the FDA didn't have their doors knocked on. Okay?
Okay.
It just didn't make no sense. So.
That's our TED Talk for today.
Shout out to TED Talk. I don't know if this was a TED Talk because we was ranting. You could tell Auntie was hot.
We was hot about it.
We was hot because somebody baby ain't getting a popsicle, and I'm mad.
And I don't want to hear about the baby not getting the popsicle.
I'm mad
Give that
about
baby
it.
that popsicle.
Okay.
But we thank y'all for listening. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.